you've decided to start, you know the cost, you have validated your idea, and you've chosen the structure. Now, what is the next step? How to get this thing registered? Now, I have seen so many people spend 50,000 to some agents, which they can themselves do just for 5,000. They wait for 3 to 6 months just to get their companies registered, but themselves they can do this for 3 days, and this complete process is online. Now, in my this video, I'll explain you the complete process, how to get your companies, firms, maybe proprietorship, LLP, or private limited companies to register yourself, and what are the documents required, and each step-by-step process. So please stay by the end to learn the complete registration process. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Sangeeta Sharma, an ex-bank officer. I have spent 11 years on the other side of desk reviewing and processing business loan application. I'm here to tell you what banks, investors, or some business gurus won't tell you. So if you are new here, hit the subscribe button and follow so that you never miss an update from me. So let's quickly get started. A quick note, this is part 5 of my startup reality series. Now part 1 to 4 I have covered should you actually start a startup, the real cost, steps before spending, and which structure to choose. Right now, if you haven't watched those, please pause this video and watch them first. They are linked in the description box, and I will also pin them in the comment. Now, this video assumes that you have decided on your structure. Now we are registering it, right? All right, so let's do it. And before that, I want to tell you, here's the truth: the registration is literally very easier even than you can think. Now the government has actually made it pretty simple online registration of business for everyone. If you ask me a question, can you do it yourself, then my answer is, for proprietorship and basic LLP, yes, absolutely you can do yourself. But for private limited, you will probably want a CA, but you should still understand the process. Now today I'm giving you the exact steps, documentation, cost, timeline for all the 3 structures we have discussed in my past video. Now subscribe if you want actually the practical and guidance of the business finance. Let's register your business. Let's go. Okay, let's start with the easiest one, the proprietorship one, that is you. Now here's the thing, there's no formal proprietorship registration in India. You and your business are legally the same entity now, but you need these registration to operate. So let's discuss them. Step number 1, Udyam Aadhaar, or mandatory for MSME registration. Now this is completely free, gives you benefits like easier loans, subsidies, and tax exemptions. Now let's learn the process. Just simple process. Go to udyamregistration.gov.in, enter your Aadhaar number, fill your business details like name, type, investment, upload your PAN card, and submit. That's it. It will hardly take you 10 to 15 minutes and cost you just zero. Now, the documents you will actually need during the registration process are Aadhaar card, PAN card, and most important, business address proof. Now, here's a quick tip. Do this, it's completely free. It will hardly take you 10 minutes. You will get, and most important, you will get the Udyam registration certificate instantly after you have registered. Now step number 2 is GST registration. Now all of you know that GST registration is mandatory if your aggregate turnover is more than 40 lakhs for goods business, and in some special category state it's 20 lakhs. But if you are into say service business, your turnover exceeds 20 lakh and 10 lakh for special category states, your registration is mandatory. Just understand it simple: 40 lakhs for goods business and 20 lakhs for service business. Okay, now mandatory registration applies regardless of turnover for interstate suppliers, e-commerce sellers, and specific reverse charge scenarios. Okay, so what is the process? Let's learn it. Just go to gst.gov.in, click on the register, and since you are new, then just simply go to new registration, enter your PAN card, your mobile number. You will get OTP just immediately verified. Then you need to fill part A, upload your documents, submit, and you will get an ARN, that is application reference number. Now you they will verify this. This process will take around 2 to 7 working days, and after that you will get your GST number. You can directly just check the status on the portal. Now this takes 3 to 7 days of working days, this process. It is completely free, zero cost, but it can cost you 2 to 5,000 if you are taking a help of CA. Now the documents required are here: your PAN card, Aadhaar card. Now in Aadhaar card, it's also mandatory for e-verification that you can go through Aadhaar centers. Address proof, electricity bill, like, or maybe rent agreement. Your bank account proof, that is your cancelled check. Your photo and business address proof. Now for this bank account proof, you can just submit it after the 6 months. Within 6 months you need to submit it. Okay. Now the portal is very user friendly and you can do this completely yourself. But if you are confused, you can pay CA just 2 to 3,000, and your work will be done. Okay. Now let's move to next registration, that is mandatory. But this is mandatory in some states, that is professional tax registration. Now if you are in, say, Maharashtra, Karnataka, or maybe West Bengal, you need just this professional tax registration. Now what is the process? The process is very simple. Just you have to visit your state's professional tax portal, register your business details, and just pay the annual fee. I think it's around 2,500, yes, and you will get the certificate. Now this will take around time, maybe 1 to 2 days, and just cost will be varied by state to states, but in maximum states it's just 2,500. Okay. Now next is shop act license. Now if you have any physical premises in the commercial area, now this is from this you certificate you get from your local municipal corporation, and it is only required in case you have a shop or maybe office, and this process takes around 7 to 15 days, and it will cost you around 500 to 2,000 depending on in which city you are, in which state you are. That's it. Now for what is the total cost for proprietorship registration? Time, it will be hardly 1 to 2 weeks. That's more in GST registration case, otherwise it's hardly 1 to 2 days. Now cost involved is 0 to 5,000 if you are doing yourself, but if you are hiring a professional, just say as CA, they will charge you around 5 to 10,000. That depends completely on CA to CA. Now let's learn about how to do LLP registration. Now LLP is more formal than proprietorship. Just you are here, you are creating a legal entity, and here's the complete registration process. Step number one is get digital signature certificate. That we, in simple words, we say DSC. Now you need this to file documents electronically. Both partners, say if you have two partners, then both partners three. How number of the partner, number of DSC for each partner. Now what is the process? Just go to first you need to choose what type of DSC you want, e-mudra, maybe SIFI, or maybe Capricorn, any. You will choose any, just fill their application form, submit documents, pay the fee. They will verify and courier you the USB token. Now you can simply install the software in your computer. The time total will taken will be around 3 to 5 days, and it will cost you around 1,000 to 1,500, and this is usually valid for 2 to 3 years. That's it. And document needed are PAN card, Aadhaar card, photo, and email and phone number. Now get class 3 DSC with encryption. Don't get, just to save some money, please don't get the cheapest one, just class 3 DSC. Okay. Now step number 2 is get director identification number, that is called DIN. Now every designated partner needs a unique DIN from the government, correct? Now you have to go to mca.gov.in, fill up the SPICE plus form in DIN section, fill your partner details, upload the documents, pay the fee, and you will get the DIN instantly, or maybe sometimes it takes 1 day. Now the cost is 500 for DIN is for 500 per person, and document is same like PAN card, Aadhaar card, address proof, and your photo, passport size photo, soft copy. Okay. Now let's go to step number 3, name approval. Now you need to reserve your LLP name with the government, since this is completely a registration process, so it need to be unique, right? Now the process involved is just a SPICE plus form, that is part A for name reservation. Now then you will propose two name options. Okay, the format will be just your name of your company and LLP. Then you will check the availability first at mca.gov.in. Now you need to explain the nature of your business, and then the last stage you need to submit. The time taken total year is 1 to 2 days, and cost is included in overall fees during the registration process. Now who cannot use this? Government India national name, you cannot use this. Government or India or national name must end with LLP. Check, you can just one more important thing, you need to check the trademark conflicts before registration. Okay, now step number 4 is file LLP incorporation. Now, once your name is approved, you can file incorporation form. That is SPICE plus Part B form. That is important for LLP registration. You can fill after that all partners details, upload the documents like LLP agreement, that is your partnership deed, proof of registered office, partners ID proof, and consent letters from partners. Now, after that you are done off with all this, you need to pay the registration fee, submit with that DSC, and you will get your incorporation certificate around 2 to 5 days. So total time period is for this step, it takes 2 to 5 working days. Now government fees around 500 to 2000, but professionals, if you hire someone, they can charge you around 8000 to 15000. What are the document needed? Simple: partner's PAN, Aadhaar, that is your KYC document, address proof for registered office, maybe your rent agreement or NOC. Now utility bill of your office, like your telephone bill, electricity bill, anything. All the partners photos and LLP agreement that you have drafted, and consent and declaration from the partners. Okay, now what is the step number 5? Apply for PAN and TAN. Now your LLP needs its own PAN and TAN. What is TAN? TAN is tax deduction number. Okay, now the process is really simple. Just file it through automatically. It will be get filed while you are filling up the form through Spice Plus form. You will get your PAN in 7 to 10 days, and same time period you will also get your TAN number. Now the cost is already included in Spice Plus fees that you are already paying. Okay, now step number 6 is get your GST registration done. It is same as step as proprietorship, but there you are using your individual PAN. Here you need to use your LLP PAN. Okay, total time period same like proprietorship, 3 to 7 days. Cost is 0 for GST. Okay, now let's total the for LLP. Its time taken is 10 to 15 days total, and the cost involved is 10 to 20,000 with including the professional help. If you ask me, can you do it yourself, then I will say technically yes, but I would recommend to get a CA help for your just LLP agreement and filings, because there are so many technical details or it is very difficult for an ordinary individual to do that. Now this is worth paying 10 to 15 to a good CA. Please don't risk just doing yourself, just getting for some penny. You don't need to get anything wrong during the LLP registration. Okay, now let's learn about private limited registration process. Now private limited is the most complex one, and please don't do this yourself. I strongly recommend for using a CA help. But here's what happens. Step number 1, get the DSC of all directors, same as partners in LLP case. Every director needs their own digital signature certificate. Now time here will be same like that, 3 to 5 days, and price same 1000 to 1500 per person. Now get DIN of all directors, same as LLP, same day to 1 day it will take total time, and it will cost you around 500 per director, same, right? Now next is name approval. Now this is the most critical, because company name approval is stricter here than LLP. The process is like you have to first fill the Spice Plus Part A form, and then you need to propose at least 2 names. You need to check run, that is reserve unique name service first, and then explain objects and business activities. So this is very critical, you need to critically see that. Total time period will be around 1 to 3 days, and it will cost you the separate 1000 rupees, right? Now your company name must end with either private limited or PVT limited. Now you can't be similar to existing company, can't use prohibited words without approval. Check just trademark availability. Okay, now search thoroughly. Rejection will only waste the time. Use MCA portal, name search plus Google plus, or maybe trademark search, anything, but please search the names first, then you decide the name. Now draft MOA and AOA. Now these are your company's constitution. MOA, that is memorandum of association. Now this includes your company name, registered office, objectives and activities. Just remember authorized capital and shareholder details. Now next is AOA, that is rules for company management, directors power and duties. Next is shareholder rights and board meeting procedures. Correct. Now, please don't DIY these. Pay a CA around 5 to 8,000 to draft it properly. These documents matter for investor, for banks, and maybe you are just saving money, but later you can get the problem because of this. So please ask a CA to do that. Okay, now let's move to step number 5. File Spice Plus form for incorporation. This is the master form that does everything. Now that is Spice Plus Part B form. In this you fill your company details, director details, subscriber details, that is your shareholders. Now registered office details, authorized and paid up capital, and you need to upload all documents like MOA and AOA, ID and address proof of directors, office address proof like rent agreement and NOC, utility bill, consent letters and declaration forms. Okay, now after that you are done, you need to pay registration fee and submit with DSC. The time will be around 3 to 7 days here. uh, just note these all are working days. Okay, the cost involved is 1,000 to 10,000, that is government fees. Stamp duty, it varies from state to state, it can vary from 1,000 to 5,000. And professional fees, that is your CF, can charge you around 10 to 20,000. Okay, now documents needed are director's KYC, director's photo, address proof of the business, your registered office address, latest utility bill, consent to act as director, declaration of directors, and MOA and AOA that you drafted in the previous step. Now, after you have done this, just get SIN, PAN, and TAN. After everything is approved, okay. Once you approved, you can get SIN, right? That is corporate identity number, your company's unique ID, your certificate of incorporation, just like your official, you can say it, birth certificate. Then PAN, that is automatically filed, and TAN is also automatically filed, and you will receive around in 10 to 15 working days. Now, step number 7 is post incorporation filings. Now, within 180 days of incorporation of your company, you must file your INC 28, Declaration for Commencement of Business, DIR 3, KYC ADT 1, that is appointment of auditor. Now, if you miss these, you will face penalties. That is why I'm saying just get a good CA for this. Next is GST registration. Same process using a company PAN card. Total time period is 3 to 7 days and cost involved is 0. Now open your bank account. After you have done all this, your company register, you need to open a current account in the company name. Documents needed same: certificate of incorporation, MOA and AOA, board of resolution for bank account, your PAN card, Aadhaar card, that is your address proof, and director's KYC. Simple. Total time period 1 to 2 weeks. Bank charges around 5 to 10,000 per year. Like these charges are like folio charges, or means depending on bank to bank, maybe there might be some minimum balance issue also. You can check for that to bank. It varies bank to bank. Now, what is the total cost involved for private limited registration? Time period same, 15 to 30 days. Total cost is 15 to 30,000 with the professional help. Can you do it yourself? I don't recommend it all. There are too many technical and legal requirements. Please find a good CA who specializes in startups. Pay them 15 to 20K. It's worth it for peace of your mind and correct filing, saving you from the future mistake. Now, you will ask how to choose a CA. So, here are some green flags that I will recommend. specialized in startup and new company. Not all CA do this, okay? Many focus on audits or taxes. You want someone who does incorporations regularly. Second is transparent pricing upfront. Should give you exact code with breakdown. There should be no hidden charges. Explain the process. Good CA educates you. He doesn't just say, I will handle it, you leave it to me. Available post registration. You will need help with the first GST return, income tax filing, annual compliance. There are so many, and so you need to choose someone who will be there after the post registration. Next is provides digital copies of everything: certificate of incorporation, PAN, TAN, GST. You should have soft copies of everything. Now the red flags are, see, it's someone who quotes you below market rate. Now if someone offers you private limited license just for 5,000, then please understand that something is wrong. They will cut corners or have hidden charges. Please don't ask questions about your businesses. Good CA needs to understand your business to draft MOA, AOA, everything properly, right? And if someone delays and doesn't respond, then this is the red flag for your future service. And the last one, pressures you to choose expensive structure. If they push you private limited when you actually need just proprietorship, they are after the fees, not after your best interest. So always be cautious. Ask for referrals from your other entrepreneur in your network. You can simply check Google reviews, meet at least 2 to 3 CAs before just deciding the final CA. Now, proprietorship GST around 2 to 5,000. LLP registration they can take 10 to 15,000, and private limited registration around 15 to 25,000. Anything more than that, then you need to ask why is it are charging you so much. Okay, now there are some common mistakes to avoid which I have seen regularly during my career. First is wrong registered address. Please, using a fake address or address you don't have permission to use, like all government correspondence goes there. You can't receive mail. You will miss some important notices. So please be cautious for that. Mistake number two, what I usually see, not reading AOA and MOA. Your CA drafts MOA and AOA, you sign even without reading it. Now, what is the problem? These documents define your business activities, shareholding rules. Investor will read this, your banker will read this MOA and AOA. They contain that whether you can create future liability or not. Please read it, understand it, ask question, make changes if you think these are needed. Now, next is wrong business objects. Objects clause in MOA defines what business you can do. Too narrow, you can't pivot. Too broad, it will look unfocused to investors. Wrong objects, you can't legally do your business. So be specific about your main business. Add few related ancillary business that will be okay. Please don't add just 50 random things. That is clearly wrong. Now, next is equity split without vesting. 50-50 split from day one, no vesting schedule. This is a problem. Co-founder leaves in 6 months and he will keep 50% of your equity. Even if filing 50-50 now, have a separate vesting agreement. 4 year vesting with 1 year cliff is standard. Okay. Mistake number five, ignoring compliance calendar. Now you register and forget about compliances, problem penalties, loss of good standing, issues with bank, and please set reminders for your GST returns monthly, maybe quarterly, income tax filings annually, ROC filings annually for private limited companies, and professional tax that is also annually. Now you can keep Google Drive, Dropbox with your certificate of incorporation, MOA, GST certificate, PAN 10, and everything that is important for filings. So, all right, that's the complete registration process. Proprietorship 1 to 2 weeks, cost 0 to 10K. You can DIY. And now next LLP is 2 to 3 weeks, 10 to 20K if you use a CA. And I recommend to use a CA and private limited company. The time involved is 3 to 4 weeks, 15 to 30K charge, and definitely I recommend to use a CA. Now, registration is just the beginning. The hard part is building the actual business, but getting right registration matters a lot. It affects your growth of business in long term. It affects your taxes, your compliance, your fundraising, your banking relationship. So don't let these restrictions scare you. It's actually pretty straightforward now. Government has digitized most of it. For proprietorship, you can just do it yourself. For LLP and private limited company, you can just hire a good CA, but understand the process yourself, ask questions, stay involved. Now your homework for today: if you are doing proprietorship, start with Udyam Registration. It's free and just take 10 minutes. Now if you are doing LLP, private limited company, start collecting your documents and find a 2 to 3 CA referrals. Now, this is part 5 of my Startup Reality series. If it's helping you, subscribe and share with someone who is starting a business. Comment below which structure are you registering, where are you stuck. I will try to help you. You have learned, you have planned, you have decided. Now go register and make it official. Keep building smart and see you in next week. That's all for today. If this has helped you, please hit the subscribe button and drop a comment. And in the comment section, let me know what was your today's biggest takeaway. See you in the next video. Until then, keep building smart. Thank you.